So welcome to our center and for our spiral of light ritual. So this is a moving meditation. So if you've never had a labyrinth, this is a very simple one. For right now, I'm just going to invite you to set down anything that you may have in your hands and just get your feet flat on the floor and just allow yourself to become fully present in this moment. Maybe if you choose to, close your eyes, maybe focus on the flame of the candle if you prefer that. And let's just take a deep conscious breath together. Just relaxing, exhaling, maybe even sighing it out, and allowing ourselves to be fully present in this moment. Recognizing that from whatever faith tradition, exploring the possibility that of a higher power, presence, intelligence, life, love, beauty, truth. These are all aspects of this thing I choose to call God. And so as we understand and contemplate and understand the idea that God is everywhere present, then I am some part of that. And so getting in touch with that idea and allowing it to resonate within me, connecting to a time in my life, in our life, where a sense of joy, of connection, maybe a sunset, maybe the birth of a child. Sometime when you have just felt the lightness and joy of being one with the one. And so in that sense of unity, in this sense of unity of knowing that there is only one thing, in, through, and as all these machinations that we call religions, we know we are one. And so in that oneness, and we welcome this ritual here this evening, this experience, knowing that it's unfolding easily and perfectly and in good order, and that we are open and receptive to have maybe a new insight to what this season can mean in a new and dynamic way, as each one of us invites our own light into the spiral. And so having set this intention, made this declaration, we release it now all into that force that makes all things come to fruition. We release it. We let it be so. Together we proclaim this by saying, and so it is.
The poet Rumi says that we come out of nothingness, scattering stars like dust. And it seemed appropriate for this beginning because when we look at the spiral here, we're really looking at something that exists, that is really existing all around us. We are part of it, and in fact we are it, which is the universe. We live in an expanding universe in what we call a spiral galaxy. The thing that happened a few decades ago was that an asteroid came to Australia suddenly, and when people studied it, they found out that everything that was needed for life on Earth was contained in the asteroid. In fact, there was way more than was needed for life on Earth, including the precursors of DNA and RNA, which are both spirals. This idea, or this song, this pop song that Joni Mitchell wrote that says, "We are stardust, we are golden," is really true, and it's even more true since a spiral contains a special ratio in it. And this special ratio is found in in our galaxy, and it's found in us. It's called the golden ratio, or the golden proportion, the golden mean. And so we are this golden proportion, this universal golden proportion. And it goes all the way down through us into the depths of the sea, into the shells, into the chambered nautilus, which comes out it's called a logarithmic spiral that expands exponentially based on its need to grow and expand, and it gives it allows it to have the space it needs to stay, to keep its shape, and yet to expand into ever larger and larger proportions. And it's really it's a beautiful thing, and it turns out that when we put the stars in the spiral, it's obvious, but it's not so obvious that pentagrams and pentagons have the golden section, or the golden ratio, in them. So the stars themselves that are here have that. In fact, even the pine cones that we put in here have this. If you study a pine cone and look at it, you can see that it spirals, the little seedlings spiral up, and the same will happen on many things, like a strawberry, or even on the tips of our fingers. It shows us that we have these spirals that some people consider a sign of perfection of certain qualities and traits in us, when we have perfect spirals on our fingertips.